Mushler. I'm the site manager. I'm part of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. We are the founders of the wall in Washington, D.C. In 1979, our founder, Jan Scruggs, a Vietnam veteran, had come home. And as we all know, that welcome home wasn't very good. He had made the decision that he wanted to build a memorial to honor the 7.8 million veterans that had served during Vietnam. He wanted to be able to honor the 58,281 men and women that had died in Vietnam. In under 2 years, he was able to build a memorial on the National Mall. Starting tomorrow morning, we're going to put up a replica of that memorial. Behind me is our education center. Inside of that education center on this truck is a 3/4 scale replica of that national memorial. We consider this an honor for you to be able to escort those men and women this memorial today. It's one small part we can do to help that welcome home that our veterans never received. Tomorrow morning at 8:30, we'll set this memorial up. We'll open up this education center. If all goes well, about 3 p.m., it will be up, and it will be open 24 hours a day until Sunday at 2 p.m., at which time we'll pack it up and go to another community. How many Vietnam veterans do we have here today? Raise your hands. Welcome home, gentlemen and ladies. We encourage you over the next week, one, if you can come out and volunteer anytime, to please do that. It will be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life, I promise you. Helping somebody at that wall is extremely important. This is one of the most honorable things I've ever done in my entire life. And most will tell you the same thing. The most important thing also today is that you all arrive safely. So we're going to have a couple of other speakers that will speak briefly. And then we're going to turn it over to the ride captain. The ride captain will give your safety briefing, and then he will also allow law enforcement officers, because without the law enforcement today, this escort couldn't get pulled off safely. So for the ride captain, I'm going to give you a ride escort pin, which will be available to all members of the escort at the landing site. We will also have for sale at the landing site the escort patches with the 2021 rockers on them. If for some reason you're in the escort and you don't get your escort pin, don't wig out. Come see me during the week and I will get you one. I can also sell you those patches throughout the week, but bear with me. Me and my counterpart here and I are the only two paid employees that come with this. If it wasn't for your community and the hard work by the host, this wouldn't get pulled off. We don't do anything special. It's you guys, the veterans, and the community that brings this wall. So because he has his pin, he's got to get you guys there safely today. And then at that landing site, once we park, we're going to do two things. We're going to direct the motorcycles and the escort vehicles into one section of the parking lot, and then we're going to park this truck or this education center. I would ask that you all come to the education center and allow us to take your photograph. And we're going to post it on social media. So if you're wanted, and some of you look like you probably are, I suggest you turn around because there's facial recognition out there. But please, make sure you get in that photograph. At that time, we will then open up the sides of this education center. This education center is very unique. It's the only place in the country you have the opportunity to see a small portion of the 400,000 items that have been left at the wall in Washington, D.C. We have the privilege and the honor to bring them on the road. No place else in the country do you get to see those items. If anybody has any special requests or anything, or you have any questions throughout the week, you want to bring a group down for a tour, that's what Dean and I do. If you're going to volunteer throughout the week, I encourage you to come at 6 p.m. tomorrow night for the volunteer training. It lasts about an hour. Most importantly, though, I need you to come come out tomorrow morning, no matter what you think your physical abilities are, and help us get this memorial set up. And to show that honor and respect to those veterans. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to the other speakers. I will greet you at the landing zone. Please, everybody, be safe and have a great ride. Thank you.
Real quickly, I want to say a genuine thank you again to everybody for being here today. Again, as Vic said, we wouldn't be able to make this happen without all of you. And I do highly, highly encourage you to volunteer. We still really need people on Sunday morning. I also want to give a huge thank you to Ms. Amy Spouse right here in the red shirt. Without her, this event would not be here. It was her idea. She brought it to my office and said, hey, I think this is a good idea. We should look into this. All I did was say yes. Okay? So for her, let's give her a round of applause. We are an office of 3 full-time people, and we've been through lots of events, and we are very, very thankful and happy to have this event here in Athens, Ohio. With that, I'll turn it over real quickly here to Scott Frank, the city manager of Nelsonville.
All right, I don't know if I can keep up with bellowing. Man, that guy, he nailed it. Anyways, to all my fellow veterans and bikers, welcome to Nelsonville. If you haven't been here before, we're really happy and honored that you're here. And you know, we don't get a whole lot of events like this, but this one certainly is a nice one. Another one we have coming up is it's sponsored by BMW, but it's going to be Whalen and Wayne at the same place, and they're helping veterans learn to ride and go through the trails or locally on the street, and then also children that have disabilities. So if you guys are interested in that, by all means, come on back and help some other veterans learn to ride. Again, I'm not going to talk anymore. Kenny's got you, and thank you again for coming, and safe travels.
We're basically going to leave here. We're going to left. We're going to Nelsonville, down through Nelsonville, hit Route 33. State trooper will block the right lane for us, so we'll get all safely. Go through the plains, up into the street, and we're going to move uptown out. Please, everybody, we're going to staggered ride. Keep the formation tight. We don't want cars getting between our position. Watch out. If you see something in the road, make sure you alert people behind you. I can't stress, keep a tight formation. Keep them separated as it goes through the ride. We're going to come out of here at 1:30. That's all that said. Everybody be safe. Are there any Vietnam veterans we haven't talked to that don't have their bikes up here in the second, third row? Our Blue Knights Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club will be leading the escort. Vietnam veterans will fall in behind us in front of the truck. All the rest of the bikers will fall in behind the truck. Get ready to go. Oh, we have a prayer. Sorry. Go with the prayer.